everybody, my name's Brian and I like barbecue. No, I did not come up with that intro at all, actually. A YouTuber, I guess, another barbecue channel by the name of Meaty Mike has a really catchy intro, and I decided to maybe borrow it. Hopefully that's all right, Mike. Go over and check his channel out. I think it's just Meaty Mike. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description, but he's got some pretty entertaining stuff on there. Really upbeat, and he cooks some pretty interesting stuff. But enough about Meaty Mike. Back to Barbecue Brian. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that works. I don't know. What do you think, Meaty Mike? But, okay, that's enough. But, not real quick, we're going to cook a rack of St. Louis style cut ribs today. I might trim these up a little bit. These are always kind of deceiving, I think, when it says St. Louis style. They're really not St. Louis style from the way I trim them, I guess. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But they're not quite full spares, because that breastbone, for the most part, is, most of the time is taken out of these. So I might trim these up a bit, but once I get the ribs looking how I want to get them looking, we're going to hit them with all three of the Killer Hogs products I got here today. We're going to go on with a light coat first off of the AP, and then once that sweats, we're going to go on with a pretty medium to heavy coat with the BBQ rub, and then once that sweats through, we're going to go on just on the top side with this stuff with the Killer Hogs TX brisket rub. So I'm going to get these out of the package, pat them dry, and season them up, and stay tuned. Alrighty, we are back. I figured I'd just show you how I'm going to season these up. I explained it already. You can see I pulled them out of the package, patted them dry. Not going to use a binder today. I did cut off just the end of that. There's just like one or two little pieces of cartilage in there or bone in there, and it's just, I'm going to cook it, but I just want it to be part of the rack of ribs. So there is the rack, kind of nice and squared or rectangled off. So I'm going to start on the bottom side. I did remove the silver skin already, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the Killer Hogs AP, and we're going to go on with the light coating on both sides. But I mean light, that's about all we're going to do for that. I'm going to go ahead and just press it in. Won't take long for this to sweat. It's already starting to sweat, so I'm going to go back to the bottom side of these ribs. And now we're going to go on with the coating, the Killer Hogs, the BBQ rub. I used to use this stuff a lot when I first started doing ribs, and I kind of just started exploring different rubs, just because there's a lot of good stuff out there. But this is one of my top favorites for ribs and pork butt, is this Killer Hog stuff. About good there. Go ahead and flip it. And the same for this side. We'll go ahead and press this in. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit it with just a light coat just on the top side of this Killer Hogs TX brisket rub. And again, just pretty much putting this on here just to maybe give it a little texture. But that's going to be about good there. So I'm going to go ahead and actually I'm going to season this piece up too the same exact way and throw it on when I throw this on. But I'm going to let these hang out, kind of sweat for a little bit while the grill's coming up to temp. And I will pick back up when we're throwing it on, so we'll see you then. Alrighty, we are out at the PK grill. Give you a quick peek at the ribs. There they be. I am going to end up putting that upper rack in there to do I'm going to do a couple of baked potatoes and stuff, and I was going to half the ribs, but I decided to see if I could do the full rack. So far, it looks like that full rack should cook just fine on here, so I'm going to go ahead and close this thing down. Temperature we're going to be shooting for today is around that 225 to 250 range. And yeah, I'm going to close this thing down, and we'll give you a progress report in a few hours. Alrighty, we are back. We're about 4 hours in. I'll give you a quick peek. Oh, there they be. Kind of bad lighting again here, but ribs got some nice color. Just a little bit of drawback, and pit temp today has been running right around, we'll say in between 235 and 250 this whole cook. So I am going to pull these ribs off, and I'm going to wrap them in foil with just like maybe a tablespoon of some liquid. I think I might use apple juice if I got any. And then put them back on for about an hour and a half. And I will pick back up when I'm saucing them up, so we'll see you then. Alrighty, we are back. We've been on for about 5.5 hours. Give you a quick peek at the ribs. There they are. I just pulled them out of the foil and sauced them up. The sauce we are using tonight is the Famous Dave's Sweet and Zesty. And, you know, just for a store-bought, you know, barbecues, I mean, most barbecue sauces are store-bought. But that Famous Dave's Sweet and Zesty is one of my favorites. I also don't think I went over my setup tonight, but coal basket on the right, water pan with some water on the left. I used a little onion for my temp probe. And this thing has been, I've not had to add charcoal this whole cook, and there's still quite a bit in there. And we've been on for about 5.5 hours, so you can go a long way. Or a little goes a long way, and when you know it, that is B&B. A little goes a long way. That's their slogan. So pretty impressive how long this thing can go once you get it dialed in. It really is easy. You know, I've had that, you know, the bottom vent under the coals open the whole time. I've had the top vent open the whole time, and this thing has not gone above 250 this entire cook. It's been in between like 235 and 250. So pretty impressive. I'm gonna let these just set up for a while. Let them get a little sticky, and we'll pick back up when I'm cutting into them, so we'll see you then. Alrighty, so we are back, and it is time to eat real quick. Here are the ribs, and let's go over to cook times. Total cook time today of 6 hours. Internal temp of the grill is anywhere in between 225 and 250. We did this for 4 hours unwrapped, hour and a half wrapped, and a half hour back on the grill. Put it on for about 10 minutes to let it set after I pulled it out of the foil and then sauced it. And here's the finished product. So let's go ahead and cut into these. Alrighty, let's go ahead and give one of these a try. There she be. Looking pretty good. Decent little smoke ring on it. Let's go ahead, bite into it. That's pretty good. I really like that B&B lump oak charcoal. I did use some post oak wood chunks. Was the flavor of what I used today. I love oak with ribs. So besides that, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. You guys and girls have a good night, and we will see you next time.